Rhyme with Orange and Blue Podcast.
Happy 4th of July in our W crew. Happy 4th of July, Broncos country. It is awesome to see everybody in the chat right now. Hey, welcome, guys, to another fun episode of Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue Podcast. Woo! It's Johnny Blocky with me, as always, my best friend in the world, Isaiah Henderson. What's up,
me, guys?
How's your week and how's your 4th been so far, brother?
Oh, it's good. Me and the wife, we went out and we saw fireworks yesterday, and we really enjoyed it. And we had a blast. And
good.
Going out to the in-laws after this. Gonna have some more fun. Shoot off some more fireworks. How's your 4th, Joe? I know you worked hard yesterday. I just got off work today.
Yeah, I worked at 12 yesterday, and I work again at 11 tonight. 11 p to 7 a.
I just got off work. My boss tried to keep me to stay. My boss tried to keep me to stay, and I was like, first off, I have priorities in my life, and Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue is like 3. Okay, so you're not because you were number
3. 3.
Yeah, God, my wife, and then Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue.
Okay, God and wife do take precedence. I get that.
And then my job is like 7 or something like that.
Yeah, I got you there.
Happy 4th, everybody.
Yeah,
we
and I still haven't told you about my 4th. You asked how my 4th has been. I haven't even had a chance.
Go ahead, tell me.
No. So this morning, family and I, we went to the mall in Nashville and went to my favorite restaurant, which I haven't been to since the pandemic started. The Bavarian Beer House. I had a whole liter of Franziskaner Hefeweiss beer and with a big Schweinshax, and it was delicious. Love my German food. Love my German. You just said no. You just said no. That doesn't make any sense. No, you don't. Anyway, I love my German food. Had German food, and then after we get off the pod here today, my son and I are going to go out in the street and blow some stuff up. That'll be fun, and it's awesome. Going to be a good 4th. So we definitely have a lot of people already in the chat wishing happy. By the way, you're driving the comments this week if you hadn't forgotten. Yep. So
we got Shadowjacker coming in. He says, "Land of the free and home of the Broncos." Merry 4th of July, woohoo. Skinny Bob in the house. He says 4th of July. He says, hello, Broncos country. Then we got Mundungus, Boss Man. He says, what's up? Shadow Jacket comes in and says, Mundungus is in the house. Merry 4th of July unto you, sir. Mobad, always in the house, always in the comments. We love you, Mobad. He says, sup, fam. So everybody's talking in the comments. Mundungus says he's rocking out to music right now.
We got Landon Clark in the house, too. You know, it's exciting to see everybody so far. Stephen Barr on Facebook. He says, hi, guys. I don't recognize that name. So, Stephen, welcome to the show. That's a new one.
Welcome to the
show. Hi, guys.
Cheers,
hope you've had a good 4th of July. Mile high five from Scotland.
Whoa.
Broncos country. Have a good one. I'll catch the pod in the morning. Dude, yeah, you get a good night's sleep there in Scotland, Stephen, and we cannot wait to hear what you thought. So that being said, it's another exciting week, another boring week, mostly of lack of Broncos news, right? So, as always, so to fill the time, we have come up with this idea that we started last week with Mobad guesting, and this week we're going to have another one of our super awesome, like our top-notch guests or top-notch fans on as a guest host. So if everybody would please join me in welcoming our inarguably the number one fan, inarguably the number one fan of Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue, because this guy literally goes out and buys a specific beer just to drink while he watches the show. I mean, I love it. That's wicked cool.
You can't ask for anything else.
No, you can't. So if everybody would please join me in welcoming Dave Glassman in the house.
What's up?
Okay, enough. Dave, welcome to Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue, brother.
Thank you.
It's awesome to have you here. I mean, we've had you in the chat for as long as I can remember. I know we've only been actually doing this for 6 months, but truth be told, it feels like it's been a lifetime, and you've been in the chat pretty much since we started. You were one of the first to jump in our chat, and so it's an absolute honor to have you on here with us finally. So, and you always are giving us cheers. So here's to you, my friend. Happy 4th. And here is to you.
Yeah.
So, Dave, how has your 4th been so far?
Pretty uneventful to this point. Just really been looking forward to this all day.
So have we.
That's what I'm talking about.
I went out and bought a new hat just for the occasion.
Where's my hat?
This is my hat. Thank you.
Where's ours?
You're supposed to pay for and order those, so you better get on it.
She's so
rude.
rude.
He says after I bought him $100 custom-made jersey. Yeah, okay. So rude. Anyway,
I love it.
We have Isaiah, check out that Twitch comment. Pull that up for us real quick. We got Joker's Fam on Twitch.
Don't recognize it either.
Nope, another new one on Twitch. Okay, I finally found you. Listen, I'm gonna need you to stop talking to my boyfriend because my wife has been getting upset that I took my girlfriend out to dinner to meet my husband. I'm a little confused, but
welcome, Joker fan. So tell us. I need you to tell us in the comment who your girlfriend is, who your wife is, who your husband is, who your boyfriend is. We need names, and we're going to put this thing together like a puzzle, okay? And we're going to help you out here. So, Joker's fam, don't go anywhere. You let us know what the deal is, all right?
He says it's all. He said if you go down, he says it's all for a laugh.
Oh, no, don't run away now. I need names,
I know.
Okay? Welcome, Joker's fan.
Yeah, for real. Welcome, and that was fun.
So they are on you, Johnny, in the comments. They are on you. And by the way, Dave, I think it was Mobad that was looking for you. He said, "Where is Dave?"
Yeah. It was a little bit earlier.
They're already looking for you. They're already looking for you.
They're like, hey, everybody who knew, everybody knows Dave Glassman in the house today, and they were looking for you. They're like, why isn't he on yet? And I'm like, hey, I got to introduce the show, y'all.
Yeah, they were getting pissed.
So
Dave, you're famous.
It is. So, and Mundungus says we must unravel the mysterious story of Joker's fam. So now I got to put on a second hat backwards so that we're rocking the Sherlock Holmes Broncos style and start, unraveling the mystery. So
yeah, we definitely need to know.
It's fantastic. Pookie Night. What's up?
Yeah, just go ahead and put it up there.
It's a thing. It's a thing forever. You will never get away from it. All right. So Dave, it's like I said, it's an absolute honor to have you on the show. You've been our number one fan. So first and foremost, I want to know, just like us, you do not live in Broncos in actual Colorado, right? So what makes you the super fan that you are? Why are you the kind of fan that would watch a fan-led Broncos podcast in the middle of June or July now?
Wow. I was actually born in Greeley, Colorado.
Oh, okay.
So I do have a little the Mile High blood in me. It's been since about 86. My first real memory is losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think what was the 85 divisional round. That's about my 8-year-old boy memory. My maternal grandfather used to send me clippings from the Denver Post and the Rocky Mountain News after every game. It was the greatest. So I'm
sure you have quite the scrapbook.
I wish I would have saved more of them. Being a kid, you don't think that far ahead. No. So I don't have as many as I'd like, but I still have a good amount of memorabilia locked up in the trunk.
Well,
hey, Dave, we have awesome. A Jacob Glassman in the.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yeah, that's your son.
Yeah,
Jacob, welcome to the show.
Welcome
to the show.
Hey,
your dad is a beast. In case you didn't know, the next time that you think about giving your dad a hard time, remember Johnny and Isaiah on Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue said your dad is a beast. So
awesome.
Don't even bother, okay?
But Jacob, you get one free pass for the next hour. Reveal all the secrets in the comments. Do not.
No secret. No, we're not. No, we don't want Dave to run away. Okay, we want Dave to stick with the show. I mean, he's been our fan for a long time.
We absolutely love your dad, Jacob. So thank you for allowing us to borrow your dad for this time.
Yeah, for real.
He's happy you're here. He's coming. He said in the house. He's proud. He's proud of you, Dad.
How old is Jacob, Dave?
He's 16, and he is already taller than me.
Ah, well,
Broncos fan?
Of course.
Naturally.
All right.
You got to raise him right. You got to raise him right.
Indoctrinated since birth.
So let Broncos country know where you are.
Well, Isaiah's father attempted to do that with him with the Vikings, and it failed miserably. So
I don't even know I think my dad was a Steelers fan growing up because he liked Terry Bradshaw and Franco Harris, and then he liked he liked Randy Moss and Chris Carter and Dante Culpepper. So
right.
But Dave, tell Broncos country where you're at. It's very important that they know this.
No, Mike. I'm in Wichita, Kansas.
He's an enemy country. So what's it like living surrounded by a bunch of Chiefs fans being a Broncos fan? Is that something you ever have to run into, or something that you're just in the street wearing your Broncos stuff and everybody's like, "Hey, no." Or
behind enemy lines.
It's gotten worse over the last couple of years, as you can imagine.
Oh, I bet.
I will be right back.
It's about to get better this season, though, isn't it?
I hope so. We need to break that. 11 is too many.
I don't even know the number, but I'm glad you said that large double-digit number. Speaking of breaking it, how are we going to break that? And what I mean by how we're going to break that is the quarterback battle is here. It's Drew Lock versus Teddy Bridgewater. Now, everybody's got, all of Broncos country has their opinions. They have who they're rooting for. What is your opinion? What do you see? What do you want to see? And what side are you leaning toward, if any side at all?
I want Drew to succeed more than anything in the world. I'd love to see him be our quarterback for the next 10, 15 years. Nothing would make me happier. That being said, if he falls on his face, I'll roll with Teddy. If this year busts and we can pick up somebody in free agency next year or draft, I'm so sick of losing.
Well, I know we all are. You're quite a bit. I know that you're definitely older than I am. But I was born. You talked about your first memory being 85, 86 season, and I was born in 89. So I don't remember much of the 80s. I've of course looked back on it all and watched the videos, and I love the drive and the first few years of the hit and the first few years of Elway's career. But I don't actually remember those. But as long as I can remember, except for a few here and there, none of us have ever been used to seeing this franchise lose. It's a new feeling, and I know that we all share the sentiment. We don't like it. It just feels wrong, honestly.
Something is definitely not right with the world.
We may not win the Super Bowl every year, but we're not used to losing that much. It's kind of super duper fan. That's right. That's Dave Glassman, super duper fan.
So, Dave, let's say you're the quarterback coach, you're the head coach, you're the offensive coordinator, you're the GM. What would you like to see from Drew Lock? If you're sitting up there and you make a list, you say, in order for Drew Lock to get the starting job, these are the things I need to see from him. What are those things?
We need good decision making. Bottom line, that's where it all starts, right here, right?
Absolutely.
If he's got it upstairs, then he's going to succeed. He's got all the physical tools. It's all about if he can do it upstairs, and that's been my concern. It will continue to be until I see otherwise. He's all the talent in the world, but can he make the right decisions? And I don't know what level, what Shermer will let him do. Has he audibled ever? I can't.
He has a couple times. He has
a couple times, but it's never been when you need him to do it the most. You know what I mean? Like,
he did say there's been a couple comments here and there. He did say, number one, last season I was more focused on the playbook than I was the mechanics. A lot of people say the playbook was shortened. I understand that now, 2020 hindsight, the shortened preseason, all that, trying to learn the playbook your second year and all that stuff. So I don't think Shermer had the confidence in him, and Locke maybe did not have the confidence, maybe not in himself, but in his knowledge of the playbook to audible. But that's one thing I've definitely said before is pre-snap and intelligence. Pre-snap intelligence. And that's really one thing that I would love to see. And I think that's where Dalton Reisner talks about the leadership aspect of it. Hey, even if you audible to the wrong thing, you're letting the defense know, and you're letting your offense know, hey, I'm seeing stuff. I'm running this. Hey, take charge. Check me out. Listen to this. And, if it comes up wrong, you learn, you go back, you study the playbook, and you do it again. And I think he needs to be afraid to make mistakes, but I don't think he needs to be afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah, and I agree. It couldn't be any more simple than that. You know, we know that he has. We know from what we've seen, and I don't know if you agree, Dave. I believe we've seen enough flashes of brilliance that we can say that the kid's got the talent. It's there, but for some weird reason he's having trouble, busting through the shell and allowing it to flow forth. If that makes any sense.
Dave, your son has come out and given us one secret. He says, I know he ignores me for you guys. Jacob, you sound jealous. You should be, because we absolutely love your dad. But we love your dad. We're glad he's here. Like, once again, thank you for letting us borrow him. So
he gets lots and lots and lots of my time, but I carve out this hour. This hour is my time.
Yeah, that's right.
And the fact that you spend your time with us, Dave,
I mean,
we can't even tell you how much we appreciate that and how much we love you, and whatever we can do for you, we will.
For real.
We carve out this time for you. So me and Johnny talked about you a couple times after the show. Me and Johnny will call me on the phone like a Wednesday, nowhere close to Sunday. And we'll be like, hey, how awesome is Dave?
Yeah.
Did you see Dave's comment? We were like, yeah, Dave is fantastic. So Dave, me and Johnny are in the works to doing something for you. We're not going to tell you what it is yet, but we are in the works to doing something for you because you are just fantastic, and we absolutely love you.
We will.
The energy you bring, the comments.
Isaiah, I
yes.
need to thank you for finally following me back on Twitter.
Okay.
Took you long enough, jerk.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's not that I was ignoring you. I was like, let him wait. No, it was once I finally saw it, I absolutely accepted it. And I was like, absolutely, this has to be it. So you know what, Dave? You're welcome. Joker's fan.
Hold up. All right, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Dave. This is your hour.
I needed to get back to something from a couple days ago. This whole giant chicken and Godzilla's.
Yes. Oh, giant! 100 chicken-sized T-Rexes versus one T-Rex-sized chicken.
Right. So here's where it is. So Isaiah, I'm right with you because you're thinking about in battle. If you have to battle a giant chicken or 100 chicken-sized Godzillas, you want to fight the little ones, right? That makes all kinds of sense. But what Bunungus is talking about is if he had to cohabitate, right? So
who the hell wants to cohabitate with any of that?
Well, a giant chicken would lay some giant eggs, right? That'd be good eating.
It's a what if game, okay? It's not about who would want to. It's about you got to pick one.
Okay, right? So he'd lay one giant egg, but the 100 chickens wouldn't lay 100 eggs.
With 100 Godzillas, I don't even know.
Oh no, the chicken size Godzillas. Okay, they won't lay eggs. Okay,
anyway. We're talking about battle.
I can't believe we're back on this.
This is important, Johnny. Listen up.
This didn't even take place on this show.
If it's a battle, taking out the little ones would be way easier than taking out the giant ones. But if it's about cohabitating, I'd rather live with the giant chicken, right? Because the chicken's not necessarily going to be aggressive, right? If you're going to live with them, you can live with the giant chicken, be a mess, do some big eggs, but it's not necessarily going to be aggressive and want to take you out. Or
got nothing.
You know what I mean?
I got nothing, man.
Mundungus is going to tear me up later for this. But I'm going to say this. In regards to cohabitation and eating, I just want to fry the big chicken. I don't want eggs. I just want to fry it and have some huge fried chicken. Mundungus is going to tear me up later for that. I know it. I know the jokes are coming, but I don't care. I would love to have a large 40-foot fried chicken leg. I'm just hungry. I haven't eaten all day, but that's what I'm thinking. So in regards to cohabitation, I'm going to eat the thing. But in cohabitation, yes, I'd rather, one big T-Rex sized chicken than 100 chicken sized T-Rexes. You're right. I agree with you on that. Dave, we're always on the same page. So, Joker's fam. I'm hungry. Joker's fam says, do I have to leave if I'm a New England fan? Oh, God. At least you're sticking with him after Tom Brady left. So I like Mustang, so it's kind of like the Bronco horse.
Hey, you don't have to leave. We welcome anybody to watch this show.
Welcome.
I mean, you want to offer up your opinions on the Broncos? Feel free.
We will gladly be prepared. Ask us about New England, by all means, we'll answer your questions.
We have
questions.
Yeah, Jokers. We have a fan who's a friend of mine and Isaiah's from our time in the Army. And, he's a Raiders fan, and he often comes on and comments. And that's a Raiders fan on a Broncos show. Like, Like as much as we can't stand New England, over the years, nothing's worse than the Raiders for us. All right, so Mundungus. No, I doubt it.
Jacob, you have the honor of giving your dad the nickname for this show. Whatever you come up with, because he told us, he said, just Dave's cool.
He did not. Are you trying to drive Dave away? We already tried to give him a nickname, and he said, "Call me Dave."
But we weren't his son.
Yeah, well, I doubt he wants his 16-year-old son coming up with a nickname for him either.
Dave, you can adopt me if you want. You can adopt me.
So, all right. So while I'm sure Jacob is sitting there thinking of every single thing he can imagine to, call his father on this show. Let's continue.
You didn't have to say it like that. You did not have to say it like that.
What up, Vic? It's good to see you, brother. So, Dave. So, what is your greatest memory as a Broncos fan? And conversely, what's your biggest nightmare as far as being a Broncos fan has ever been?
I'll flip it around and go worst to first.
Sure.
The worst, absolute worst, was the second quarter of Super Bowl 22. We're up 10-0 to the Redskins. They dropped 35 on us in the second quarter.
Good God.
I would have been, what was that, about 88? So I would have been 10 or 11. Just bawled my eyes out. I mean, it was just real child tears just pouring out of my face. We lost to the Giants the year before. 39-20 wasn't so bad. Is that what it was? I think it was 39-20. But
it wasn't. Yeah, it was 39-20, and it wasn't. That wasn't as definitely not as bad as getting basically dunked on by the Washington Redskins at the time.
You think that was worse than 2013, Dave?
It was
because it was just in one quarter. It was just an onslaught of one quarter.
Well, all the Super Bowls sucked, obviously. But
well, think about it. We were up though in the one against the Redskins in 22. We were up. We were like gliding right at the win, and then all of a sudden,
the Seattle game. Hope was lost from the first snap, right?
Yeah. Please don't.
Right.
48. I can see it in my head. Oh my gosh.
But if he would have been an 11-year-old boy watching his team, having hope, and then having that hope smashed, I mean, just crushed.
I've said it before. My earliest actual existing memory that I can remember is running around in my grandfather's living room watching the Broncos Niners Super Bowl. I think that was 20 or 19. No,
24.
It was after the Redskins. 24. Yeah,
24.
Sorry. Super Bowl 24 running, and that's my earliest memory is running around watching that game, and I am so sad that that's my first memory.
That is sad.
Yeah,
but what's your best memory, Dave?
Well, Super Bowl 32 by far. I mean,
that against Green Bay?
Not even close.
Yeah,
and that was when we finally broke through. We'd already lost 4, and I'd lived through 3 of them. I wasn't old enough to remember the Cowboys loss, but finally get over that hump. The emotions I can go back and watch that drive with the helicopter and get goosebumps every single time.
I told you, Isaiah, you always mock me about saying that my number one memory is the Elway helicopter. But you know what?
Mock you for that.
You did. Every time I say it, you go, "Oh God." Every time I say it, you do. The point is
that was look bad on purpose.
Yes. Anyway, that moment was the moment that every Broncos fan out there, I was 8 years old at the time. So Dave was talking about when he was 11, I was a huge fan as an 8-year-old. And, and the moment that Elway made that helicopter, man, when you saw them cut it back in slow motion and he's running and he had that pure focus on his face. Every Broncos fan watching that game live knew at that very moment, we were not going to lose another Super Bowl.
Is that what made Elway the GOAT? And Broncos country was the helicopter?
No, but it's probably the everyone's number one
Elway moment
highlight clip. That
was part of the drive, wasn't it?
No, God, no. The drive was back in 1986, 1987. Yeah, it was the AFC divisional round against the Cleveland Browns.
Conference championship, I think.
Sorry, conference championship against the Browns.
Look at you old heads, you OGs in here, spitting knowledge.
Ooh, and your son with a hot take. Here we go. You ready for this?
Oh, no.
That was not the right one. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
No, you had it right the first time, Johnny.
Now,
Yeah.
are we talking
Yeah,
about?
you're right.
Are we talking about in a Broncos uniform, or are we talking about all time, Jacob? Somebody gave you a nickname in the comments, Jake the Snake Glassman.
That make what? I mean,
Yes.
okay, all right.
My favorite wrestler from the 80s.
Jake the Snake. I remember Jake the Snake.
So we're talking about all time. If we're talking about all time, Manning over Elway. If we're talking about Broncos, he took him to what? 4 Super Bowls, 1, 2.
Yep.
5.
He took him to 5 Super Bowls, won 2 of them.
Yeah. So in the Broncos uniform,
he lost to the Cowboys, the Redskins, the Niners,
Giants, Redskins, Niners.
That's
it was
right.
Morton.
Craig Morton.
77.
Lost the 77 game against the Cowboys.
Yeah. So he took the Broncos to 5 Super Bowls, 1, 2.
Yeah, he did it all by himself in the 80s. He did it by himself.
In the 80s, his surrounding cast was pretty well crap.
Yeah, so in the Broncos uniform, Elway over Manning, there's no question about it. I don't think there's going to be anybody over John Elway in a Broncos uniform. I just don't see it
Probably
right now.
never. I mean, honestly.
But all time, Manning over Elway. Can we agree on that, gentlemen? Manning over Elway all time.
I can say Manning is Manning, man.
What does that even mean, Johnny? Manning is Manning.
Manning is Peyton Manning. Okay, he is Peyton Manning. There is nobody else. There is no other Peyton Manning. There will never be another Peyton Manning.
So overall stats, overall numbers, Peyton Manning over John Elway.
I will struggle. Okay, but you didn't grow up in the Elway era. Okay,
can you just say yes or no, Johnny?
No, I can't. No. All right. I will struggle with ever saying that anybody's better than Elway. Elway is the GOAT to me forever. And he always will be. And that's just part of the era of Broncos country that I grew up in.
So is John Elway better than Peyton Manning overall?
In his prime?
No, Johnny, not in his prime, not in the back end, not in the beginning. Overall.
Well, you're asking.
He's got more arm.
I will say John Elway has a better arm than Peyton Manning.
He was much more athletic.
Peyton Manning took the cerebral game to a whole new level. But
yes,
John Elway wasn't allowed to do that with Dan Reeves. He wasn't allowed to call plays at the line of scrimmage. He had to run the ball. He had to pound the rock with Sammy Winder and Gerald Wilhite. I mean,
all right. So I guess I can give you this. All right. As far as stats go, and as far as, the way that the game went, Peyton Manning, is in the top 3 quarterbacks of all time. John Elway is top 10. I'll give him
John Elway top 5.
I'll give him that. But as far as being a Bronco goes, Elway is the GOAT. Okay,
I agree 100%. As far as the Broncos uniform, there's no question Elway. Now you said top 10. I put John Elway top 5. After watching his highlights, after really watching his highlights and really watching them, I was like, whoa, this dude was legit. I put John Elway top 5.
All right.
Maybe if other people may make comment, I would say top 7. But for me personally, I'll put him top 5.
All right. So we're sitting here talking to Elway and everything. Dave, who is your favorite Broncos player? Actually, give me your top 3 favorite players of all time.
All right. I'm going to start off with
They don't have to be in the Broncos. They don't have to be in the Broncos.
Yes, they do. I'm asking Broncos.
Why would they be any other player from any other team?
That's right, Isaiah.
Some people have other favorite players that aren't on the Broncos.
I'm about to mute you. I'm about to mute you. All right. I'm about to mute you, bro.
I was just trying to be fair. Go ahead, Dave.
All right. Well, here it goes. So the oddball one when I was a kid was Vance Johnson. Okay. I didn't want to be a quarterback when I was a kid. I wanted to be a receiver. Vance Johnson was my favorite receiver back in the 80s. I might still have my Three Amigos poster somewhere that if I could track it down, that would be dope.
Man.
But as a kid, it's like when Apple was popular, I chose Android. Elway was popular, I chose Vance Johnson. Okay, so when I was a kid, Vance was my player. But of course, Elway, TD.
Naturally,
that's it. Here's my top 3. But there's so many.
I mean, there are. I mean, my favorite player of all time, just like you, is a wide receiver. It's Rod Smith. So, I mean, Vance Johnson. I did not grow up watching him. I know his stats and I know he is, and I've seen his tape. But ultimately, like my favorite player is Rod Smith. So I'm with you. Like as much as I love Elway, and I saw posters of him everywhere and all that. Rod Smith was my favorite player just because of what he accomplished. So.
Mine are it's Peyton Manning off the rip. Reggie Wayne, like I said, you guys know in the chat,
You're muted now.
I was a Peyton Manning fan, and then when he came to the Broncos, I became a Broncos fan. So we know when he's with the Colts, Reggie Wayne. Yeah, I was a receiver growing up. So it was Peyton Manning, Reggie Wayne. I don't know if I have a third. I really don't.
All right.
Reggie Bush at the time, because I'm from Los Angeles and he played for USC. But
give the man his Heisman back.
Yeah. He just recently asked for it. He's like, I want my Heisman back. Vince Young didn't want to take it. LaDainian Tomlinson, maybe. But other than just Peyton Manning, that's really it. But speaking on the topic of quarterbacks, when we mentioned Locke and Teddy, the comments just blew up. Mundungan says, I'm not even that concerned with about the audibles as much as I am with the line adjustments. And that's one thing that Mundungan has been adamant about, was line adjustments. That's something that we don't think about. Rich says, Drew has audibled, especially after he threw a pick. Jacob, earmuffs. Mobad says Locke needs to put it all together. All right, Mobad. All right. I agree with you. Mundungan says Landon and I, his son, the Whiz Kid, Landon are in the same podcast in 2 different rooms in the same house. We appreciate you guys watching.
That's what's up.
Your son comes in who agrees with me. I'd mess up a big chicken. Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
All right, you know what? You know what? Now we got to know, since you said you want to fry up the big chicken, since since you had to take it back to the big chicken. What are we frying it? All right, are we talking Popeyes, Churches, KFC, Bojangles? What are we talking about?
I'm so hungry.
What are we talking about, bro?
To me, the best fried chicken out there out of the mainstream ones are Church's chicken. Popeyes comes in second. KFC comes in third. That's just me. To each its own. That's just me.
All right. What about you, Dave?
Popeyes.
Absolutely. No.
I can't disagree with that.
Extra spicy.
I can't disagree with that.
You better have a monster
one giant
freezer.
chicken all day.
You better have a big freezer because you can't eat all that in one day.
But it's going to last you so long.
I make it work. We'll make some chicken jerky. So let's see. Real quick, I want to pull this up. Richie Rich, he said Elway posters above your bed, Johnny. Well, it used to be, Rich, but my wife wouldn't let me keep it there.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Doesn't seem fair. And all right, so we talked about, so far with Dave, we talked about what makes you a fan, how what your favorite memories are, who your favorite players are. What do you want to talk about, Dave? Why don't you give us a topic that you want to discuss?
Wow.
I mean, it could be anything. It could be from the past, present, whatever you want to talk about. Broncos, not Colts, Isaiah.
No, I was talking to Shadow Jacker. He said he's from LA too. Hey, let me know where in LA. All right, Dave, go.
Yeah, because Isaiah's a Valley girl. Anyway.
Wow. You just
I love you, buddy. I love you, buddy. I love you, buddy. All right, go ahead, Dave.
The only subject right now is the quarterback. We're going to be on fire. If we can stay healthy, our defense is going to be absolutely ridiculous. The offense is full of weapons. The line should be healthy. If right tackle is still a little bit of a question, right tackle and quarterback are the two things that still weigh on us. Shout out to the chat. Sorry I can't be there with you today. It's kind of weird not being on my keyboard.
Yeah. It is a little weird not having Dave's comments in the stream.
Yeah.
It's all right.
We got Dave face to face.
Yeah, and it's really cool. It's nice. It's nice to put a voice to a voice and a
face
that's bigger than this. A face that's bigger than this to the name.
Right.
So here's a question for you, Dave.
Last game was probably at Arrowhead with Jacob. What's up, Jacob? We've been to Arrowhead and seen Broncos Chiefs a number of times with the family. The last time it was just Jacob and I. And we got to sit in the good seats too. I can't remember how we got the tickets, but we were up in the premium seats, the box, private bathroom. That's the only way to watch a football game.
I've never lived that dream,
bro.
How far are you from Arrowhead?
2.5 hours, probably, depending on how fast you drive.
That's a nice drive. Drive.
Yeah, Kansas City to Wichita is 2.5 hours, no stops.
I've had to make the drive across Kansas on I-70 from Missouri to Colorado many times. I lost many hours of my life.
It's a good highway.
Somebody said
Nice and flat.
Drew Lock's hometown was Wichita.
No,
he's from the Kansas City area.
Okay.
What, like Lee Summit, Missouri, or something?
Yeah,
like that?
I think he's Lee Summit in that area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shadow Jacker, you said you grew up in. Let me know how old you are. I want to know if you were alive during the Watts riot. You asked which valley. I was born in Inglewood, grew up in South Central, and then I moved to the San Fernando Valley. Yeah. So I was born in Inglewood, grew up in South Central, and then I moved to the San Fernando Valley with my dad. So I'm legitimately a Valley boy.
Valley girl.
To answer your question. Dave, question for you. Because a lot of people aren't talking about it. We just assume and kind of push over it. And it's really got me worried, actually. How do you think Courtland Sutton and Von Miller are both going to do returning from their injuries? Because a lot of people just say, oh, Courtland Sutton was great before his injury, Von Miller was great before the injury, but an injury really does. You can never be 100% again. You can be 100% from 100% recovery from returning with the injury, but you're never 100% before you were injured. It's like a glass breaking and trying to put it back together. No matter what you do, it's never 100%. So what are you thinking? Are you worried about Courtland Sutton and Von Miller? Do you think, Courtland Sutton's going to have 1,100 plus yards in Pro Bowl again? Is he going to fade into the background because, he can't do it anymore as Von Miller past his prime? What are you thinking?
I mean, I'm worried about injuries. That was half of our problem last year. That's half of the problem. And if these guys can stay healthy, I'd love to see Vaughn retire a Bronco. I'd love to see Courtland stick around and get a big contract. Mm-hmm. I'm the eternal optimist. I'm always thinking the best. I don't like to think negatives very often. It's no way to live. Glass
all the way full kind of guy.
Fixing the broken glass, the glass house.
Glass half full.
Glass half full. No.
No, glass all the way full. He's fully optimistic.
That's right.
Full Glassman. That's his name. Full Glassman.
Yes. That's actually a good one though. That you gotta give it to him. That's a good one, Dave.
FULL Glassman. Full Glassman.
Full Glassman. Full glass, man. Anyway, so
half full.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah,
only for right now. Is that everything rhymes with orange?
Not today.
Oh darn. Still, that's awesome.
Who's that on the cup?
That was Demarius Thomas.
That's Vaughn, baby.
Was that Vaughn? I'm sorry. I thought. Okay, now I see it.
Where'd you get that?
I came to Gunnison last summer for a memorial, and I don't know if it was Long's Drugs or some grocery store. It's the Kroger branded grocery store.
King Soopers in Colorado.
Could have been. I was in Colorado Springs. Picked up some glassware and other trinkets that they're not in the grocery stores in Wichita. So I dropped $40 on stuff.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun going back to visit my family in Colorado, in Longmont, and finding a bunch of Broncos, knickknacks and trinkets and stuff. It's fun.
That's a dope glass. I like that. I actually like that.
Richie Rich says, Dave, keep drinking more beer, then everything will rhyme with orange.
If I start slurring, just cut me off.
No, you're fine because I'm right there with you. So, it's like I said, thus far we've been able to cover a whole lot there. So, what do you predict is going to be the the final record of the Broncos this season? Huh?
12-5. 12-5.
That's fantastic.
You really are full Glassman.
Shout it from Pikes Peak. 12-5.
Ooh, you really are full Glassman, and your son has come in and says full Glassman is a huge W. That means, and Shadow Jacket comes in right behind and says full Glassman, all caps. No. It's done. It's set in stone.
Whatever. I'll still come around.
I have to deal with Pookie Night. You can deal with full Glassman.
Hey,
only if it's at the beginning of the show. They call you Pookie in the beginning to mess with you a little bit, and then how'd you like me editing myself there? Was that good? About to drop that.
There it is.
They like to mess with you a little bit with the Pookie business, and then they leave you alone.
Okay, so I'll call you Full Glassman at the beginning of the show, and then call you Dave for the rest.
That'll work.
Now we're on board.
Isaiah, if you hate Pookie so much, you should have known better than to let a fellow soldier know that there was something that could get under your skin. You should have known better.
I should have learned from basic training because I told my drill sergeant I didn't like my food to touch.
Oh, buddy.
For the rest of basic training, he just dumped everything together.
Yeah.
And I should have learned from you.
Yeah, you should have learned from me. We served together for 4 years. You never caught on.
And then I let it slip, and now even Richie comes in. And I was like, I'm from the valley. He's like, what, Pookie Valley? That's not even a thing, dude.
That's
not
now.
Even a thing.
It is now.
Take every opportunity to just throw the word in there.
No, we're gonna call. I'm gonna call the governor. I'm sure it's still Arnold. We're gonna call Arnold and tell him we're gonna rename the San Fernando Valley Pookie.
You think the governor of California is still Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I don't know. I don't live there. I just wanted to do the.
Richie, you guys are going to meet my wife, and everybody's going to be like, hey, Bookie's here. She's like, who the hell is that? I'm like, just keep walking. Just don't look at him. Don't show him attention. Do not egg them on.
No, because she's, because I know her, and she's Mrs. Pookie now.
Do not call. Oh, you can call that. You can say that to me. You can say that to me. Do not call her that.
What is she gonna do to me? That no, she's gonna turn around and whatever rage she has is gonna come right back on you, not on me.
Yes, exactly. She's not gonna do it to you.
Anyway, all right. So Dave says 12-5 as a final record. So he's got
no way. Johnny, go get yours. Johnny, go get yours.
All right, I'll get it. Hurry. Hold on.
I really want to just bring this out for the Dark Knight. The Dark Knight deserves a dark sword. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. What kind of sword is it?
Oh, it's probably called steel.
All right. So we'll go ahead and do it in the middle here since Dave presented us with a beautiful
Where did you pull
sword.
that out from? Did you grab that before the show?
Oh, I had it nearby. This is the one
just have
prop that I brought
just
with
near you whenever just in
I brought this out just for you.
We'll do it at the end of the show. We'll do it at the end of the show too, but we're going to do it right now. For those of us that are just now on the show and have been with us, yep, we are the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast, and we are a member of the Mile High Roundtable MHRT Podcasts. Please give us a subscribe, okay? Because we are on a quest right now for 1,000 subscribers.
Dave, you didn't even pull out the sword.
I already pulled it out. I put it back.
Oh my gosh.
Don't say it. We can't say it on the show if we want to maintain our clean rating. Don't say it. Anyway.
Is that a different one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Dave's a man after my own heart. All right. So Dave predicts for us a final record of 12-5. So Dave, which games do you think are our 5 losses?
I don't have it. We'll lose once to the Chiefs.
Let me pull up the schedule.
Thank you. We'll lose once to the Chiefs. That's one. Oh, what are some of the tougher away games?
We play the Raiders and Chargers. You think we lose at all to the Raiders and Chargers this year?
We could. I mean, if we have to drop one to a division opponent, that would make sense. I'd like to sweep one of them. Okay, so let's say we split with. I hate the God Raiders. So let's say we all do. We can split with San Diego. We can split with Kansas City. We've got some other tough road games that I don't have in front of me. What do you got, Isaiah?
Pulling it up now. My thing was being stupid. Okay, 2021 Denver Broncos schedule. All right, let's see. So we have August 14th. We play the Vikings. Oh, that's preseason. Let's not count that. All right. So we have game 1 is against the Giants, I believe. Yes. So we play the Giants. Week 1
at MetLife.
So what do you think about that game?
What do you think? Is that a W?
We're 3-0 to start.
Yeah. All right. So Giants, Jaguars,
Jaguars, and the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, we better be 3-0. Oh, then we got the Ravens.
That looks like that's at Denver though.
Yeah, it is. It's a home game.
Yeah, so that's definitely a defensive game. I know Lamar Jackson this year wants to be because they were first in rushing, but last in passing. So I know this year he's going to want to be more balanced and throw the ball more. Doesn't mean he's not going to use his legs, but that's where our secondary, and that's where Mike Purcell really comes in and steps up and stops that run game. That's where Josie Jewell and Alexander Johnson truly shine in that run game. So The Ravens versus the Broncos. What are you thinking, Dave?
I think we can win that game at home. I mean, we're going to have a crowd. We're going to have
a full capacity crowd. Yes.
It's early in the season, so hopefully we're still pretty healthy. If we can stay healthy, we can stop Lamar. Lamar can't throw. I mean, Lamar is a better version of Tim Tebow. I mean, he's faster.
Hot take.
He's really not that great of a quarterback. I mean,
no, he really isn't. He's just physical.
Ridiculous athlete. Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's a dynamic quarterback.
He's the greatest running quarterback of all time that we've seen so far.
Already? Over Michael Vick? Already?
Don't you think?
I do.
Vic's
I agree.
Amazing. But
I agree completely.
Like last year, 2 years ago, he was like third or fourth in the NFL in rushing or something like that. Like he had like over 1,000 or he had like over 1,100 yards rushing like 2 years ago as a quarterback. So yeah, you know what? I'd say the next 2-3 years, if you can stay healthy, I'd agree with that. So week 5, we have the Steelers.
All right, so far, Dave has got us at 4-0. All right.
So coming up on the Steelers,
that's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's in Pittsburgh. We saw what happened last year. We did pretty decent with Jeff Driscoll coming in, and I think that's the game where Drew Lock got hurt, and then Jeff Driscoll came in. If I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong on that. Chase Claypool, he did against Michael Ojemudia, but we have a better secondary. They have which Watt brother do they have? TJ. They have one of the Watt brothers.
I thought they have two of them.
I think it was AJ and TJ.
TJ's the end. TJ, he's the defensive end.
I think the other one's a linebacker.
And
a fullback or something. The other Watt.
Yeah, that's offense. Then so week 5, what do you think? I think we walk away with the win.
Here's what we need to do. We need to. You can flip a coin on the Ravens game. You can flip a coin on the Steelers game. You can flip a coin on the Browns game. You can flip a coin on the Cowboys game. But this schedule looks, if we stay healthy, I don't think 12-5 is a stretch at all.
I'm looking at it. Neither do I. So we have the Raiders. After the Steelers, we have the Raiders. We're gonna chalk that up to the win because screw the Raiders. Then
I would say at minimum we go 10. We go 10-7 at minimum.
Oh, so who are the losses if we lose 7?
I don't know. I'm just saying like that's where those flip the coins. That's where those flip the coin ones. I mean. I'm saying at minimum, I say we go 10. I believe we'll go 10-7, but that's.
I'd say we lose to the Browns. Yeah,
the Browns have become a powerhouse. The powerhouse. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're a powerhouse. I think they're hyping them up a little bit, but I think the Browns came off a playoff game for the first time in like 97 years. So I think they're motivated. They got a pretty good defense, pretty good offense. Washington, their defense is supposed to be really good, but I think we walk out and we beat Washington. I hope we beat the crap out of the Cowboys.
It's funny. I don't outside of our division, except for maybe the Patriots. I can't think of a team that I hate more than the Cowboys.
No, I don't hate the Patriots anymore. Tom Brady's gone.
No, outside of our division, like not like. Obviously, I hate the Raiders. I hate the Chiefs. Honestly, I could care less about the Chargers. I've never had a reason to really care that much. I hate the Patriots. But outside of like the conference, even, I don't think there's a team I hate more than the Cowboys, just because they annoy me. They annoy me so much
every season.
And that's why. That's why. Like,
the reason why they know you is because I swear Jerry Jones pays SportsCenter, NFL Live, and all these sports teams to just talk about him every preseason.
Oh, I think he has blackmail on everybody
over the top. Like if you turn it on and you watch for a day, they're going to talk about the Cowboys for no apparent reason.
Yeah, they call it America's team. No, they're not.
Yeah,
is there anybody that actually is living that remembers the last time they won a Super Bowl? I'm kidding, but you know what I'm saying, like. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been so long since they've actually been actually truly relevant as like a Super Bowl contender. They're not America's team anymore. Stop calling them that. It is so annoying.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I hope we beat the crap out of the Cowboys. Now the Eagles after that, I think our defense flusters Jalen Hurts. I don't think he'll be able to score as well on our defense.
You think?
Chargers, that's a win. They lost their tight end Hunter Henry. They have Keenan Allen and the other receiver, I think his name is Mike Williams.
How will Herbert do with the new coach?
Offensive coordinator or quarterback coach?
I think he got a whole new coach.
He got a whole new head coach.
No. They kept what's his name? Their head coach, didn't they?
No, they fired him.
No,
4 games before the end of the season, they fired him.
No, they didn't. Anthony, what's
they
his
did.
name? Anthony.
They did. They fired him. He's gone.
He's gone.
Oh wow. Yeah, so that's Justin Herbert may have to struggle the way Drew Lock did with the new coaching,
exactly,
and all that stuff.
But of course, that's not going to matter to any Broncos fans. They're not, all of the those that are anti-Lock out there. It's not going to matter that there's another quarterback going through the same thing he went through. They're not going to see it.
So we play the Chiefs twice in 6 weeks. December 5th. I say we beat the Chiefs December 5th. I think the Chiefs will be heading into the postseason.
Is that the home game?
No, that's at Arrowhead.
You think we're going to beat the Chiefs at Arrowhead?
No. I give them December 5th. I give us January 9th. Because I think at this point in time, the Chiefs may have clinched the playoff spot or they're heading to the playoffs. So they'll play Patrick Mahomes.
I don't want it to be that way.
Neither do I.
No,
Neither do I.
Do.
But since you guys want to just jump in and say at Arrowhead, you know what? Yes. And December 5th,
okay,
Broncos
first of all, Dave has been to Arrowhead.
Snow.
Dave has been to Arrowhead. Okay, I have been to Arrowhead. Now I grew up in Denver. I went to so many Broncos games at Mile High. I will always call it just Mile High. It's Mile High to me. But you go to Arrowhead, it is a completely different animal as far as a place to win a game. It is so hard for any team, let alone one that their fans can't stand, like the Broncos, to win a game. Because it is the loudest. It's probably it's one of the loudest sports venues on earth. It is so loud. Yeah, it is so loud. It has the Guinness Book of World Record for the highest decibel rating for fans.
I said
it is so hard to win an Arrowhead.
December 5th in the snow at Arrowhead, and then we beat the Chiefs again. January 9th
it better not be
in Denver.
Drew has not fared well in the snow.
No.
I'm gonna be full Glassman right now. I'm gonna be full Glassman. We beat the Chiefs twice, and then after that we play the Lions December 12th. We beat the Lions. I don't think Jared Goff is gonna do all right. In the NFC North with Aaron Rodgers up for grabs or in the air. Chicago, who's starting in Chicago? Andy Dalton in the new system. You got Minnesota. Minnesota may win the NFC North. I think, and what's the other team I'm missing in the NFC North? Chicago, Minnesota, Green Bay, and Detroit. I think we beat Detroit. I don't think they're going to do all right.
You think we beat Detroit?
We beat the Bengals. I don't care who the Bengals have. They're trash. I don't care who they drafted. Penny Sewell, I don't care. They're trash. They still don't have an offense.
No, they don't.
The Bengals. Now the Raiders again, December 26th. I think December 26th is going to be an important game. I think the Broncos and Raiders are going to be battling it out because our remaining 3 games are all division games. I think Broncos and Raiders are going to be battling it out because I think this one's going to be for the tie or to go up. So I think Broncos is going to be in Vegas. I think we
Vegas.
Yeah, I think we sweep the Raiders. I think we sweep the Raiders. I think we sweep the Chargers.
What's up, Glenn?
I like Glenn's comment at the bottom there. Pull it up. I'll pull it up. I don't care.
Pookie's hot take of the week.
Broncos over Detroit. Hot take.
That's a hot take right there. Hey, you can disagree with if you want. Hey, I'm going in.
You know what? All right. So we've pretty much reached the end of that. So I actually, I like full Glassman. I like full Glassman's approach here. I think 12-5 would not be impossible.
I agree.
I mean,
I actually agree with that.
Do I think that we're going to be like, that we're going to win every single game? Absolutely not. But I think we have a good chance into the postseason, smelling good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Now here, Mundungus has a hot take for us. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, that's not a hot.
Full honesty, he thinks if Locke wins the QB competition, he loses it by mid-season. If Bridgewater wins, we stick with him all season. Drew has way more pressure. So what do you guys think? Do you agree?
I either disagree. Dave, you go first.
All right. It's really easy. I would say, Mike, There's a Saturday night show called the Mile High Insiders. You can take that BS over there.
Tell us why, Dave. Man. Go in detail. Tell us why.
Oh, just because the lock hate over there, it's just toxic. I can't even stand it. I love those guys, man. I'm an MHH guy. I think you guys were too. Credit to them.
Yes.
If it wasn't for them, I never would have found you. And man, that Saturday night show is just hard to listen to because it's just bashing all night on Lock, and I can't stand it. And that's where we're talking about full glass man. Right,
full glass man.
I can't do it. I can't deal with the negativity again. No way.
I do want to throw out a couple of shout outs real quick to some that joined us in the comments, and we haven't actually gotten to read their comments yet, but I want to give them a shout out for being here. Danny Trujillo on Facebook. It's good to see you, my friend. He says Pookie Peak, Colorado.
What the hell is going on?
You know, we're renaming Pikes Peak to Pookie Peak in your honor.
What the hell is going on? I don't understand.
Alamo on the Rise, our friend over on Twitter, says Dave, aka the Highlander. All right,
explain that to me. Oh, I got it. Okay.
He was sitting there rocking that broadsword, man. Like that was.
I gotta buy a sword. My wife's gonna be pissed, but I think I need it at this point.
We all do.
How much does a sword cost?
A good one, thousands of dollars. A cheap one, $40.
You know what?
One for aesthetic. You can buy a one for just aesthetic purposes for like $40.
What is it made out of? Like the blade?
Metal.
Okay, so it's legit.
It's not legit. It's not legit. You could smack it and snap the steel because it's cheap. It's cheap steel that isn't very well made.
So I just make my own.
It's God. Listen, Forged in Fire. We'll talk later. Okay.
We'll shoot a documentary and then we'll present to everybody of the journey I did to make a sword.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I actually was working on building my own forge for a while, and I actually stopped because I just don't have the time for it. But
what the hell is
it's not? Wow. He wants to make a sword, Dave, and he doesn't know what a forge is.
I have to begin somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Fire.
Yeah. So Mundungus says that he will stick with what he said until Locke proves him wrong. So let's hope Locke proves Mundungus wrong.
Wait, Mundungus, I disagree with you because I agree that Drew Lock has more pressure on him. But if Teddy wins it, I don't think we stick with Teddy the whole season if he's screwing up. I think the same goes with Locke. I think if Locke starts and he screws up, we switch him to Teddy. I think if Teddy starts and he screws up, we switch to Drew. I think it's equal both ways with that. But I do agree that Drew Lock has more pressure. I do agree with that. But I think there's no favorites with, hey, if you're screwing up, we're going to switch. No, Glenn. No.
Glenn says I ordered a cocktail and got a sword with a cherry and orange slice for free. Shadow says, oh, this is awesome because this is me. Medic! That was me in the Army, buddy. I was a combat medic, so I heard that a lot. And Glenn says that sword fights only appear on MHRT After Dark with Shadowjacker. There you go. All right, so I agree with Dave though. I really think we could go. I think we could go 12-5, minimum 10-7. That's I'm right there in that. For those couple of games that you mentioned, Dave, where you can flip a coin,
Ravens, Steelers, Chiefs. I think we minimum we go 10-7, and maximum we go 12-5. I think that's we're right there in that nice comfortable zone, in my opinion. Drew, hold on, Dave. Did you just post something?
Yep, that's for you.
How the hell did you do that when we were? God, he's a wizard. He's on X Games. He's on X Games.
He did it on Facebook, bro. He did it on Facebook.
Wow.
So thank you for that. Here. Yeah, he's got 3 windows up.
StreamYard, Facebook, YouTube.
Oh man, this guy's legit. He's on X Games mode. For those of you that understand it, you'll get it. Anyway. Mundungus says, but if Teddy beats out Locke and we know what we have with Locke, why will we go back to Locke? If Teddy beats him out to start, we won't see Locke in the regular season with his improvements. That's what I will say. If he beats him out, we'll never see Locke second year in the system, improvements with the offseason, working with Peyton Manning. We'll just say Teddy looks better than Locke at the beginning. but Locke still has time in practice throughout the season.
You look at Mundungus right here. Look at Mundungus' comment right here.
I don't disagree. The problem so far hasn't been talent, it's been the mental aspect of the game. Correct. And if Teddy beats out Locke, we'll never get to see the mental aspect of the game in a regular season.
If he beats out Locke, he deserves to lose. I'm just saying. If Locke can't if he can't beat Teddy out, then he deserves to lose. I mean,
I agree. And we're at that point. I mean, and as Mundungus said, it's been the mental aspect of the game, the cerebral aspect, which he has been trying to. I mean, he may not have had a whole lot of time with him, but I mean, doing something as simple as sitting down with the greatest cerebral quarterback of all time in Peyton Manning to try to sharpen the edge of that sword. I mean, another sword reference. I'm keeping it going. To sharpen the edge of that sword with the brain of the greatest cerebral, quarterback we've ever seen. I mean, it's something. He's at least trying. I mean, I'll give him that. You cannot take it away from him.
And I will say that in Broncos country, when we heard he was working with Peyton Manning, we thought it was every day for 4 hours a day. It only turned out to be 9-10 hours, maybe spread it out over a week's time or a couple of days. But thinking about it, I think what Peyton Manning did was set the foundation. I think he showed Drew Lock how to look at film, because Peyton Manning can't hold his hand through every game and every play that Drew Lock made last season. I think what he did was say, hey, this is what you need to look for when you're watching film. You need to look for this, 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 and this. And then he showed him, hey, I saw this during the play. Would you see this? So when Drew Lock goes forward, he remembers what Peyton Manning taught him and what to look for, and he sees that. He starts seeing the field differently. Because I mean, that's how you're supposed to do it. You don't give a man fish, you teach him how to fish. And I think Peyton Manning taught Drew Lock how to fish.
I mean, he may not be done. He's not done learning, man.
Yeah,
but,
correct.
But he needs to learn quick. Let's go ahead and say it that way. He does need to figure it out if he doesn't want to lose his job.
Dave, you really do miss being in the comments, don't you?
He really does.
He really does miss being in the comments. This man jumped on the comments in the middle of being live with us. That's awesome. He was like, you know what? I just can't take it anymore. Dave, you are an absolute superstar, man.
What's up, Glenn? What's up, Glenn? You're the man, bro.
Glenn says he gives a shout out to Dave. He says, I do want to thank Dave for always getting my 70s and 80s Broncos references. Dave, you are the absolute man.
Glenn is typing all of this and appreciating you as he's eating his oatmeal at the old person home.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, I always give Glenn a hard time. He always gives me a hard time. It's worth it.
Everybody gives everybody a hard time. You know what? I've been nice.
Oh, have you?
Nice. MHRT, I've been nice. But you have unleashed the beast. You guys won't let Pookie go. You guys won't let Pookie go. I'm unleashing the beast.
You are a 5'5" Pookie. All right. I have a 6'10" Mexican. I win.
Okay, you know what? Glenn says, if you are a 4-year college starter and entering your third NFL season, should you know how to watch film? The answer is yes and no. Yes and no. Yes, he should know how to watch film. But I don't think he knows how to watch film the right way. There's for example, I use the fishing reference again. I know how to fish. I know how to put my bait on the hook. I know how to cast my reel. But there's more to it than that. There's the weather. There's the lake. There's the type of fish that's in the lake, that's in the river. There's the different spots. There's cold temperature. There's hot temperatures. There's nighttime. There's daytime. You use different bait for the different temperature, the different water, your location, all that. There's watching film, and then there's the details in the film that not everybody knows. I think Drew Lock knows how to sit down and see his mistakes and see his accomplishments. But is he able to see the packages on defense that he missed? Is he able to see the line adjustments that Mundungus said that he wasn't paying attention to? Is he able to see how he could have stepped up in the pocket on one play and rolled out to the right on another play? There's the details of it. So Glenn, yes, you're correct. He does know how to watch film, but does he know how to analyze film is the question.
Yeah, I mean, I can sit and analyze film watch film all day. I'm not a professional football player.
But if you don't know what you're looking at, you're just watching.
I mean, who knows? We shall see. Training camp is coming in 25 days. I think 26 days.
25, yeah.
26 days. We are back at training camp, you guys. We will see a lot. All right. And that will be very exciting. we're going to start to roll it back because I do want to get out of here with a decent amount of time because I do want to spend some of 4th of July with my kids.
Shadow Jacker says, "Cheers, Glenn. Cheers."
Absolutely, cheers. Glenn insulted.
He's not letting this go. Oh my gosh!
It will never be let go.
That's okay. You know what?
Forever.
I accept this. I don't want you to change it, Glenn. I'm coming for you. You're done.
Hey, Glenn. I also get your Limp Bizkit references. Okay,
that's what's up.
You're done, Glenn. You're done. Okay,
no.
Just enjoy this because you're done. Mundungus says, real quick, this is the last one. I try to look at everything as realistic as I can. I'm basing my opinion on from what we have seen. Flashes are good, but only having flashes will put you in a QB competition. That is correct. Flashes put you in a QB competition.
That's where we are.
Consistency gives you the starting job. You're absolutely correct, Mundungus. So that's the last comment of the day.
Yeah, we're going to start to roll it back. Dave's out of beer. Oh, no.
Let me pour you some, Dave.
Yeah, there you go. Don't spill it, Isaiah. Remember what happened the last time you spilled beer on the carpet in there. She found it. She knew. Oh, so that's what I meant. Sorry, Isaiah. Don't spill beer in there. You know what happened the last time you spilled beer on that carpet? She was in there like that.
Yeah, she was in here before she left. She just texted me the address to the in-laws. That means hurry up and finish because
Shadow Jacker says, long live Hauser. It's been a blast having Dave on the show. Guys,
Dave, you are fantastically awesome, dude.
Absolutely.
I like that. You know what I noticed, Johnny? He came in, he brought out his sword. That's what we want, Dave. We want you to come in here. We want you guys to watch. You guys just want you to feel so comfortable. Like, hey, not anything goes, but a lot goes.
A lot goes. Well, I mean, we of the podcasts on Mile High Roundtable on MHRT, ours is mayhem. Plain and simple. Ours is like going to a kegger or to a tailgate with your best friend sitting on the tailgate, throwing stuff at each other and talking about football. That's what ours is like.
And then forgetting you on camera and coming back to it.
Yeah, that. So it's been a blast.
PG-13 is tough, bro.
It is not easy. It's not easy. Shadow Jacket says, "Long live Hauser." Whiz Kid Landon Clark says he will use his Pookie powers to defeat Glenn.
Oh my goodness! You have your son in this.
You're getting schooled by a 12-year-old. How do you feel, Pookie? Okay. You know what? Oh, it's a blast. All right, so hey, Dave, stay on. I'm just gonna drop you out real quick while I bring up our overlay so it's not over faces. We'll be right. We'll bring you back on. All right, everybody. This is the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast. Our guest today has been Dave Glassman. Dave Full Glassman. We have had an absolute blast. All right. I want everybody watching the show that hasn't already to please like, share, subscribe to MHRT Podcasts. That's with podcasts with an S across the board on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. The Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast goes live every Sunday at 6543. That's Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific. All right, in that order. Okay. Don't miss our other shows, please, guys. Do not miss our other shows. On Tuesday we have Broncos Talk with myself, Adon Diaz, a 6'10" Mexican, and Richie Rich A, our buddy up in Canada. That's Tuesday nights at 7654. Okay. On Thursdays is our flagship podcast, MHRT Podcast, with Mundungus Creevy, Glenn Hauser, Mr. Boggins, and Adon Diaz. And lately we've been seeing a little bit more of that guy's face, Isaiah Henderson, the Dark Knight, over on the show. All right. We've had an absolute blast. Okay. Please, like I've said before, I'm going to go ahead and bring, it's just remember, it's MHRT Podcasts on all mediums. Okay, it's not that hard to find it. Jump on there and give us that subscribe because we are on that quest for 1,000 subscribers.
Wrong way.
I've gone the same way every time.
You know what? I'm going to come on this podcast on a horse. That's what
awesome. You should do that if you've ever figured out how to ride a horse. Anyway,
it's easy. Just get on the thing and say, "Yeah."
Okay. Oh boy, we're gonna have a long discussion at a farm after this. Okay. Yeah. Dave is back. All right. So please,
we're gonna have a long discussion at a farm.
Oh, we have some echo.
Sorry, my bad.
You're good. You're
Oh,
good.
I like that.
I had to
Keep it going.
comment on YouTube, and yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
Hey,
You're fine. So
do you ever rest, dude? You're like
no, you're like everywhere.
No,
He's
it's like
everywhere.
it's ADHD working
please,
hardcore, bro.
please,
I
y'all.
love it. I love it.
As I've said, y'all, MHRT Podcasts across Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Go give us a like, subscribe, share it to your friends. If you're a Broncos fan, I guarantee you know at least one other Broncos fan out there somewhere. All right? Give it, send it out to them. Let's get out there. Let's build the MHRT family. Let's build the NRW crew. Okay?
Yeah.
Excuse me. You don't have to make it weird, bro.
I like that. I'm gonna do that from now on.
No, you're not. And so,
hey, make that a sound on your soundboard.
I can actually. We have to record you doing it. So we have Dave himself saying saludos.
Saludos.
And again on YouTube, he's just everywhere, y'all. Thanks, everybody.
It's ridiculous.
It was an effing blast.
You're
all right.
Wiz Kid says that was a good podcast. Thank you, Wiz Kid. Thank you.
And as much as I talk about that quest for 1,000, let's just get three new subscribers before Broncos Talk premieres on the next episode of Broncos Talk on Tuesday.
Let's
3
do it, guys.
subscribers. Come on, guys. You can make it happen. We have thousands of followers on Facebook. Jump on over to YouTube and give us those subscriptions, guys.
You know what, Johnny? I had a genius idea.
That is how you help us grow. All right.
I have a genius idea.
No, I doubt it. But go ahead.
You remember that commercial, Mundungus? I hope you're listening, Boss Man. I hope you're listening. Remember that commercial?
Listening.
That guy from Everest College who used to yell at you about going to college because you're not doing anything. You're lazy.
Yes.
I'm gonna do a commercial about subscribing because you're lazy. Hey, what are you doing? You just sit on the couch. You're being lazy. Get up, subscribe. Stop being lazy. We need it. We're gonna make one of those.
All right. I leave that to you, my friend. Yeah, we have over 4,000 followers on Facebook. Come on, Facebook followers. We have like 280 subscribers on YouTube. Jump on over. Give us a sub. Because the faster we can grow, the more people we can get in front of, the more we can start doing the things that we actually really want to do with these podcasts.
And the things that you want us to do. We're going to
That's right.
There, we can do merchandise. We can send things out. We can have special events where we come out and meet. We're going to do all this because we want to meet Dave in person. We want to meet Shadow in person. Come on, guys. I want to meet Mundungus in person who I've never met before. I want to meet Broncos Viking. I've never seen this guy before, but You
saw me 3 days ago.
I'm
Shut
talking,
up.
Johnny. Anyway,
that being said, we got to get out of here because I want to spend some of 4th of July with my kids before I got to go to work at 11 tonight. So, Dave, you know what time it is. There's one thing you have to do with us, right? Are you ready for this? All right. To those that are new to the show, I try to say this every single week. To those that are new to the show, we will not rest until this becomes a thing. The Mile High Five, it started here on the Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue podcast. It has spread through the rest of the MHRT podcasts, and we will not rest until the day that it is announced over the PA at Empower Field at Mile High. And the Mile High Five and the entire crowd does the Mile High Five. It is very simple. It is 3 count, Mile High Five, and on the 4th count, you clap as high as you can above your head, right?
Yeah,
Here we go. Let's do it. Mile High Five. Yes.
Whatever.
We love you, NRW crew. Happy 4th of July. Thank you to those that are still serving. Thanks to those that have served and laid down their lives. Oh, fireworks, right. Happy 4th of July, NRW crew in Broncos country. We love all of you. Thank you to those that have served in the military, that are serving in our communities as police officers, firefighters, paramedics, dispatchers, nurses, doctors. If you serve the community, thank you for what you do. Thank you to all those that have served in the past and those that have laid down their lives doing it. Happy Independence Day to all of you. Please be safe. Don't go catching yourselves on fire or blowing yourself up. And if you're going to drink, have fun. Yeah, don't shoot your eye out, kid. And if you're going to drink, which I'm sure you are because, hey, it's 4th of July, everybody.
I don't drink.
Please be responsible. Do not drink and drive. Have a safe and happy 4th. We love you all. One more time. Fireworks. Happy 4th of July. That's right. My high five. All right. With that being said, Dave, thank you for being on the show with us. It's been an absolute blast. We cannot wait to have you again.
And yes, Dave, we love you, brother.
And we, my friends, are out.
Ow!